champion. So, like, there is no way that GameLord is gonna pick Fiora than Jace. They picked Jace. Jace was still being left open because Furious Gaming actually prioritized to ban out Wukong, which Redemption played. It's quite a respectable ban, over that Jace.
And Furious Gaming side, we saw him go for the San Nasus last game. This time around, the Varus prioritized, taking that away from Jash. You were pointing out how much damage he did at the end of the last game.
I actually feel like this is more of a, like, picking it away from Jash than picking it from themselves. So Furious Gaming has that Karma, has that Varus. That's a very, very strong and annoying Dragon Lane combo. And Karma could also be flexed into the mid lane. Don't think it's gonna happen because we want to see Prusher on those assassins.
You know, high damage dealers, high skill, mechanical outplays from Pressure. But the Karma comes through for Furious Gaming nonetheless. Kaplasiba has been known to play the Enchanters every once in a while.
So, GameLord needs some good diving against this Varus. Like, how are you gonna catch this Varus? Or they need the Ziggs. Like, Ziggs is one of the champions that can out-poke... oh, okay.
Well, there you go. You said it. You can out-poke him.
So, the reason that I mentioned Ziggs is because Ziggs is one of those champions that completely out-pokes a Varus. So, you can either get Varus by diving him, or you can get Varus by out-Varusing him, which is out-poking him, and Ziggs does that. So Riven, oh, I want to see Lonely Kid on that Riven. That's the one guy that I want to see play Riven.
No, I mean, he has both options. He could be on the Jace, he could be on the Riven. Either way, some pretty high mechanically intensive champions he could still pop off on.
He'll pop off on any one of them. Like, he has no issue at all adapting. I think we're going to see him on the Riven. He's showed how incredibly good he's on the Riven. And again, this feels like a denial again. Furious Gaming is pretty much picking that entire composition from GameLord. And again, like, this is what I feel is their weakness right now. Like, they're showing weakness in this draft. They're saying, okay, we're kind of afraid of the Wukong. We're kind of afraid of the Varus. We don't want to see it. You know, we're also kind of afraid of Heste's set. We don't want to see it. But GameLord is just picking all different kinds of champions. Glazox, which is the coach, is telling them, don't worry, guys, I got you. You know, he's the father of the team. He's going to be drafting for them, and he got them. I feel like he got them in this draft.
And a few parts were so instrumental to the win for GameLord. Stuff like the Fiora that pairs well with the Karma. If you don't end up getting that, very difficult to run away with the game.
It would be funny to see Furious Gaming if they actually pick the full composition of, well, besides Wukong, but if they actually pick the full composition, if they also pull off that Fiora, which, you know, it could work against GameLord, because Fiora is pretty decent into a Riven, but if Fiora falls behind against the Riven, it's game over. And if there is a guy that you'll fall behind against, it's Lonely Kid.
Very mechanically talented player, Lonely Kid.
Yeah.
Wants to dominate that lane. We saw how that lane matchup went the last time. Libra and Lonely Kid trading kills back and forth, but it was Lonely Kid that came out with the advantage in the end. I'm just holding my breath waiting for this last ban. I want to see if the Fiora will make its way over the Furious Gaming with this last one.
Interestingly, Furious Gaming bans out the Kai'Sa. So they're actually taking out some of the champion pool of Jazz. You know, they took away the Lucian, the Corki, the Kai'Sa, the Varus as well. So what is Jazz gonna play? I know this guy plays Jinx. I know he plays Tristana. I know he plays those traditional ADCs. We haven't seen much of them yet. But this would be a decent moment to pick them, you know? They already have that Ziggs, which could be put on Jash as well, you know, if you want to put Ruiz on a different champion. But GameLord just has a lot. Oh, there is the Diana, by the way. I drop everything that I'm saying. This is the assassin that we want to see on Prusher.
Banned last time here by GameLords, and so now the Diana will make its way and debut in game number 2. Full pressure on Furious Gaming, and the response now on GameLord's side. How do we deal with the Diana? Do we draft for a longer range? Go for a traditional ADC. What needs to be done here for GameLords?
And the question is Sartre going to be able to do the same thing as Jazz did on that Varus? Is he going to be able to 1v2 in the lane? And Galio, this is another one of those aggressive supports that we talked about on Heste. This is what we want to see Heste on, because we know he's going to be roaming around all the time. This is Heste right there. You can see him behind his phone. He's going to be roaming around constantly. It's actually the Thresh!
Oh!
It's going to be a Galio mid. Gonna be as Galio works very well into the Diana. That's also an interesting pickup then.
Yeah, having the magic shield, you already tanky. You get to rotate around a lot, and of course now we get to see Heste on that Thresh.
I don't really like this Kha'Zix pick, however, on Echo. It's just GameLord has the answers to it. They have the, you know, they have the Riven, they have the Galio who can taunt the Kha'Zix. They have the Thresh as well. It just feels like GameLord has the answers to this Kha'Zix. Yet again, like draft diff. 4th game, and GameLord has a phenomenal draft again.
Sweeping away and switching things up in the last 2 pickups. Furious
there he
Gaming.
is. This is Glazox. This is the coach that is the mastermind behind this team. You know, we gotta give him so much credit for this. He's like, I would actually say he's like half of the wins of GameLord. Like, if they win, it's 50. Both teams on top of their game.
Well, we have to see if they will be able to maintain that.
It's a karma. It's a karma in the support.
yeah, Kapasiba will be playing the Karma. We've seen him play the Enchanters before, and pressure, of course, on the Diana now. You said last game that Furious Gaming had a late game composition. Game Lords did not let them get to that point. What do Furious Gaming have this time around?
So, I feel it's a bit the same in the late game. It's just Ruiz has to be able to cancel out Pusher, because if there's one win condition Furious Gaming does have, it's of course that Diana in the late game. When Diana engages, she does so much damage. And the thing that Furious Gaming has, which is very good, is when Diana goes in, everyone wants to run away, right? Because she's gonna ult, so everyone wants to run away. But what happens when everyone flashes away, runs away? They're gonna be isolated. So Echo on that Kha'Zix jumps in. That is the idea of the composition. We can see Ruiz and Pusher fighting it out, however, not necessarily getting a kill.
Ignite down and damage across. But it's the bottom side that sees more action.
They nearly got him.
Hunting for a kill onto Sather. An auto attack away, but it's the honey fruits that make the difference.
Oh man, we're just gonna get Thresh Nightmares every single day. First it's from Mana Freezer, and now it's gonna be from Heste. Is Heste gonna be able to pull off the Mana Freezer special on Thresh as well? Or is
that was
he even,
terrifying, by the way.
Is he even gonna be able to change the name to the Heste special?
Something to look out for. As we already started to see Heste rotating around. You said you liked how he was able to move around last game.
And he's moving around again. You can see him, he's going to that Baron lane, and Lonely Kid is looking for that fight. But Echo is there as well.
He's pulling attention from Echo, flashing with the death sentence, and looking for the kill onto Libra. Gets the first blood with the rotation out from Heste.
And he does it! He does it! Heste roaming around, showing that it's not only Mana Freezer that plays a beautiful Thresh. He roams around, gets a free kill for Lonely Kid, which we know is not the guy you want to give a kill for.
Running away with the game with any advantage given to him. That's the Lonely Kid special.
Ooh, Ruiz nearly got caught out right there. Damn. And we actually see Jash against Sartor in the bot lane right now. This is like a very, very passive lane matchups. Very likely we're gonna see Kapasiba and Heste both on the support roles constantly roam around. Because both these champions that they have, while I'm talking though, Heste is looking for Sartor right here.
Yeah, Sartor still has his flash. No
yeah,
one gets hooked by the death sentence. The exhaust comes across for now. Trying to trade back against Embarrass, but remember, no honey fruit this time around.
Again, 1 HP.
The difference.
He's on 1 HP again. Sartor has been incredibly lucky this game. Heste was able to hit that hook, and it's actually... Oh, Redemption is waiting for this one, though. I don't think Lonely Kid is going to be able to bait out Libra, but Heste...
Again, coming through from Echo as they make their way down to the bottom end. Death sentence comes across, and Heste, he's still alive!
It's the game.
The honey fruits.
It's the game of 1 HPs. Everyone is staying at 1 HP. It's crazy. There's no... Like, during this entire game, there's only...
Oh. Here for the dive, and it's Ruiz that comes in to prevent it from happening.
He actually saved Heste right there. You see that?
Magic damage shield.
Yeah. He saved Heste. Furious Gaming is waiting for GameLord to check out right there. If GameLord goes into that bush, they could be in trouble.
This is intense. They have no idea how low Echo is right now, and so we're not able to move in for a kill.
I love how Redemption is literally still waiting in that bush. Like, throughout the entire early game, he's basically been camping Lonely Kid. Like, you can see how GameLord is constantly funneling everything into Lonely Kid. Lonely Kid sitting on a comfortable 1.3 thousand gold lead even.
That's that difference being made. And as Lonely Kid gets the reset, come back into lane, he's going to pick up a couple of items. Make his way onto that first early Howlbreaker.
Heste has a 100% hit rate on his hooks right now. Mana Freezer, Heste, everyone seems to be able to play an incredibly good Thresh.
I'm looking forward to the WCK. They play Blitzcrank.
Oh my god.
We don't need anything else. We don't need the rest of the kit from the Thresh. We just want the hook. They will play Blitzcrank. It is hilarious to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you ready for Blitzcranks in your ranked matches, though?
After the games, just a ton of Blitzcranks.
Because if it happens on an online stage, it's gonna happen in your games as well.
Oh man, maybe I'm not actually. Stick to the Thresh, guys. We'll stick to the Thresh. Game slowing down just slightly as first spawn is coming up pretty soon. Redemption making his way back up to the top side. They spot out Kapasiba, and so gets the play initially. Flashing in, but Death Sentence narrowly misses.
Oh, and we saw this from Mana Freezer as well, right? Like where the Thresh players try to go for the flashy plays, they'll waste a lot of resources like the Flash, but when it doesn't work, you'll waste everything.
Both objectives coming up. It is the Infernal Drake, and like you mentioned, you've already spent that Flash on Heste. It's going to be difficult to make a play off of that. We'll just be fishing for hooks at a distance.
Redemption is looking for something.
Kapasiba will start to walk in here. Beautiful damage coming across. You should have that ultimate coming in. It's just Embrace trying to buy some time, but a snipe out from Lonely Kid 350 gold netted to the Jace yet again.
That should be a free turret for Gamelord and a free Rift Herald. They do give away the Infernal Dragon to Furious Gaming, however, but I still like this. Like, Furious Gaming is of course gonna scale well with the Elder Dragon, but the question is, are they gonna be able to scale when Gamelord has that Rift Herald? It seems like Furious Gaming has been able to defend that turret though in the top lane, which is incredibly important, but Gamelord is still gonna take this Rift Herald.
Right, it is a matter of is it now or ever. They should be able to take down the top side turret. They do have Lonely Kid in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, so I want to see Lonely Kid get that turret for free in the top lane as well, and then I want to see Gamelord yet again put that Rift Herald in the mid lane. Take the mid lane turret and fight for the next rank. This is deja vu right now, Grandin. Like, you can see Gamelord is just comfortably winning the early game. They're giving away a dragon, which they should have given away. It made so much sense, and they're taking the objectives that they need to take. Perfect! Perfect game from Gamelord.
And a big difference here from what we saw last game, Sother was in a position where they were playing for the 2 versus 1. And so as Jazz was able to stall, not a big loss, but now, because Jazz has equally long range as Sother,
yeah,
very different dynamic.
Oh yeah, and when you get into that late game, Jazz on that Ziggs is actually gonna do more damage than a Varus. So right. Varus in the early game does more damage than a Ziggs with his arrows, but once you get those items up, you know, once you scale into the late game, that's when Ziggs is gonna outskill a Varus, and the poke is just gonna be unbearable for Furious Gaming. But they have the answers to it, right? They have that big engage with the Diana.
They are looking for an answer. Lonely Kid seems to be the 2-on-1 in the bottom side.
Yeah, Lonely Kid should be alone because he has that Hull Breaker. It seems like Heste is kind of just waiting for him in that bush. You know what's funny? You know, this is like a funny thing. Because Furious Gaming saw that Lonely Kid did not have the Hull Breaker next to his name, they will know someone is close. So it's kind of a
yes,
like a
it's
bad
giving
thing
it away,
about the
right?
item. It gives it away.
Absolutely. And Furious Gaming, they know for a matter of fact right now, Howlbreaker is not active, and so are looking for a fight for pressure in a precarious position. The Moonfall comes in, Transcendent Embrace, they'll follow through with, but a Wind Slash to take down the Diana, and Gamelords come ahead 1 kill.
Redemption doing a solid job in the jungle right now, Grandin. Redemption, I would say, is completely out-jungling Echo right now. He's already gotten 2 ganks. He's gotten 2 out of 3 kills right now.
I mean, between the Wukong and the Riven, I'm inclined to agree with you here, Hells. Rift Herald used in the mid side, and a beautiful flank coming through, but it is a little bit overextended.
Not sure what happened right there for Ruiz. That was a bit of a questionable turret dive, let's just phrase it like that, but that's what he's known for, right? Like, he screws up like that sometimes.
It looked beautiful. I will give him that. It looked beautiful. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I can see something happening here, but unfortunately difficult to follow up with that one. Deep on the turret.
So Gamelord does have the right idea. This is how they win late game. We're not into the late game yet, but this is how they win the late game, which is Ruiz engage with his Galio, taunt all of them, and follow up with a Ziggs ultimate. This is how they'll do massive damage in the late game, but when Ziggs is only sitting on a Luden's Echo, that's not gonna happen. So, Gamelord gave away that dragon, but you can see Jash, he's going for the Archangel Staff, which we've talked about is a bit of a later game item. This item takes time to skill, but I feel Gamelord can get away with it, because they've done a very good job in the early game. They've gotten that mid lane turret that we talked about, they've got the top lane turret. They should be able to scale in the late game. Not sure what Echo is looking for right here.
Yeah, you just see the Dark Passage there to escort Lonely Kid back to safety on the turret. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, they just get to keep farming up. While Furious Gaming, they are rotating. They're losing gold in that time.
I can't believe Gamelord is winning against Furious Gaming. You really wouldn't. You really.
Like, you woke up this morning and were like, man, Gamelord, I really hope they just take the 1 game off. And then now Gamelord come out the gate swinging, won that first game. Poised to maybe take 2.
I needed a coffee to get ready for this game because I thought it would just be a big loss for Gamelord, but Gamelord's gameplay right now, it kind of counts like a triple coffee to me right now because they got my energy up.
A triple shot for Else Devil as the bot side turret to Gamelord. We saw Furious Gaming spot them out, but won't be able to stop it.
Furious Gaming is trying to cancel out the pushes. You can see, you know, they're trying to get that top lane turret. Not sure if they're going to be able to because they won't have enough time to get it. You can see Redemption is going to try to defend it.
Trying to run in, clear out the wave where they can. You can
goes
see
for the
how
kill.
much damage they have. Trying to bring Ruiz into the fight as well, but goes down before that can happen.
Redemption completely disrespecting that isolation damage coming through from Kha'Zix. You cannot do that. Like, sure, Gamelord is winning the game, but you can't fight a Kha'Zix when he has isolation damage, and Echo knows that as well, picks up that kill for free. Oh, he goes for this one as well.
A little bit risky here for Ruiz. Misses the chance for the taunt, just barely outside of range. You get that slow onto the Galio, flash out from Ruiz.
That's a lot of damage from Echo. That is a lot of damage. He's playing that Kha'Zix very, very well and is dealing an incredible amount of damage right now. He could as well carry this game too. Ooh, Jash gets caught by the Shadows Enchant.
But able to dash out in time, has that central charge. But now we see Furious Gaming making their way onto the Rift Herald. Vision available for our Game Lords.
Libra, yeah, I was gonna say, you cannot go back right now. I think this is a free Rift Herald for Game Lord. There's no way Furious Gaming can engage this. It's a bit unfortunate for Furious Gaming because they're unable to get a Dragon as well. And I actually think Game Lord is gonna start off this Dragon too. As they just saw that the entirety of Furious Gaming went back, they're actually gonna try to cheese them. They're gonna wait in the bush. Don't talk. Shh, shh.
There's no vision. Furious Gaming walking in. Won't be able to get a death sentence, but Redemption is still looking for the engage. Facebreaker comes across. Down passage for Redemption to get out.
I love these lanterns by Heste.
Echo, he stepped too far forward in a spot of danger. Libra losing health so rapidly. Furious Gaming need to try and reset here. No HP left on the Baron laner.
Oh, Game Lord is doing it. They're winning the fight. Furious Gaming looking for blood, however.
They're going on to the Dragon. Pressure with a beautiful angle by Ruiz with a kill on the Libra.
What a, just got that kill for free.
Yo, in a 4 versus 5, and Game Lord look to pull the trigger to try and jump in first. Flash after flash from Furious Gaming, but Brusher in the back line will assassinate his targets. Heste goes down, loading kit as well. But still, Redemption left alive, trying to trade back. They're trying to move on to Ruiz. But Redemption comes back in, gets a knock out the taunt, will prevent Pressure from coming in. A double kill from Jazz, but the Dragon's still up. Echo has to dash away the leap to get over the wall.
Oh, this is way too close. Jash is playing with fire. Oh, he gets the kill! Where did that come from?
Jazz! The Lunat's Echo damage difference. And Echo trying to run in, but an auto attack.
No, he can't. He can't run in. It's unfortunate. Furious Gaming is just falling apart right now. Game Lord, Jash picking up. Like you heard them scream, right? You heard them right there. That was them. That was them right there. I'm telling you right now, like these are the moments where Game Lord is gonna start to get emotional. These are the moments where Game Lord is gonna push their advantage even further, because when these guys get emotional, they're a whole different beast of a team.
They are scaling up emotionally for sure. Going up against the WOL second seed, and we have a Coca-Cola pop-off moment here.
Yeah, definitely. Here you can see like. I think we have an invisible Ruiz. It's a bit funny, but here you can see Prussia going in, killing both of the backline teams. But it didn't matter because Redemption on the Driven, standing his ground, showing Furious Gaming who is the boss. And I really want to see how Jash got that 1 kill as well. Yeah, and Prussia really pushing his limits, but this moment right here. Look at that. Kapasiba thinks he's safe. Echo thinks he's safe. And then... boom! We didn't see it because we have another fight.
We jump back into the action. Game Lord and Furious Gaming in a massive stalemate by the river right now.
And Jash dealt a lot of damage this game already. He's actually sitting on 3 kills and 0... Libra dealt 0 damage. Sorry,
in the last fight.
I just stopped talking. I think that's a bug. I think that's a bug.
No, in the last fight.
Oh, in the last fight.
In the last fight,
sorry, yeah.
He died at the start to
right.
Ruiz.
Yeah. So Jash is 3-0, and he hasn't even gotten his Seraph's Embrace yet, which is huge, Grandin. Like, this item, when it goes into a Seraph's Embrace, first of all, massive damage. Secondly, he'll get that shield against Prusher.
Right. Very critical shield, can keep him alive. A big part of the Furious Gaming game plan, of course, is to kill the marksman or the bot laner.
Oh, they put that Herald in the mid lane as well, just applying pressure. Don't think they're gonna get that bit. Oh, they actually will, because there is a Ziggs. That's one of the champions that can very easily push a turret.
With the satchel charge,
oh,
be able to pick it up.
So calculated. That was amazing.
Exactly the way it should be. Redemption in a very aggressive position. He's actually been in Ruiz. Ruiz would not be punished for that, though.
Oh, the Game Lord just wasted a lot of important abilities. That's the Riven ultimate, that's the Galio ultimate already. That's the Ziggs ultimate too, which dealt half of his HP damage, by the way.
Sartor cannot play the game. Half his health gone off one Ziggs ultimate, and you can see the cooldown ticking.
Yeah, but the Furious Gaming does have an opportunity to fight now, though, even though they're a bit low. They could reset and quickly fight, because Game Lord did use a lot of important ultimates. They're only sitting on 2 ultimates right now.
But a lot of vision here for Furious Gaming, which is very nice. And like you mentioned, there was that 2 ultimate expanded. Pressure doing an amazing job hiding away from all the crowd control, but Redemption sitting by the wings, looking for a re-engage. Here's the Transcendent Embrace comes across, flash in from Hestes as they look for the flame, trying to pull them in, going golden to buy time. The Ignite not enough to finish off pressure, over by the back, Lonely Kate looking for the re-engage angle as well. Ultimate comes through and going on a rampage, just once again finds his ultimate, finds its mark. Libra now caught in between members of GLD. Chasing after Ruiz will lead the charge for the rest of his team as they want to take down the set. One more hit will get the job done, and Ruiz charging up the Winds of War.
Boom.
Against gives it over the Jazz with the bouncing bombs.
Jazz is unstoppable. He is sitting on a 5-kill lead right now, 5-0. This is probably the guy we least expected to carry it again because he's coming in as a substitute. But he's been absolutely dominating both games. That first game on the Varus dealt the most damage and carried Game Lord through the victory. And now as well, he's sitting on 3 items, sitting on a Rabadon's Death Cap 2. He's gonna deal so much damage right now, Grandin.
Furious Gaming trying to lick their wounds. Dealing with Jash is gonna be a major issue. I mean, very frankly, Pressure, he has a couple of items, but Crystalline Reflector trying to deal with the 80 damage.
But it's not going to deal with Ziggs.
It's not going to deal with Ziggs. And Jash is going to be able to take down virtually anyone on the side of Furious.
Oh, yeah. Furious is in big trouble right now. They're in big trouble because they're not going to be able to deal with Jash. Because even if you do catch him out, he still has that Seraph's Embrace, which will give him a shield if he gets under 35% health. So you really got to catch him out. But then he also has his Stasis. Like, you essentially have to just go right through Game Lord's composition.
But I will say this, though. When we thought that Furious Gaming were out in their game against Nova Esports,
they made a comeback.
They made a comeback. They pulled the game back in. They do have somewhat of a late game composition.
And, you know, Elder Dragon. This is the one objective which is spawning in 30 seconds right now, which can completely change the game. So the question is, how are these teams going to play around that Elder Dragon? Echo is waiting right there for Redemption. Redemption is not going to go in the bush this time. Ooh.
Very close, though.
Very close.
Frankly, gold difference, not that massive. A little under 4,000, so Furious Gaming still have a very strong fighting chance in this one. But it is looking to be a GLD game.
All of the gold is funneled on Jash. That's the problem Furious Gaming has right now. First of all, they can't kill him because he has so much defense, and there you can see it just casually poking away 40% health of a Set, who is supposed to be somewhat tanky, and Jash is gonna have his ultimate up very soon as well.
Very quickly looking for a catch here again. Ruiz is going to see himself pulled in by Libra, but a fight going over to GLD to shut this one off. Heste over by the back. We see the engage coming through as well from Pressure, but Pressure gets the flash away. Heste goes down to the opposite end. Redemption now trying to look for a re-engage, flashing in, gets a beautiful knockup onto Furious Gaming, but as they hunt them down the mid lane, Sata needs to flash on the wall, and they get to go away, but 3 men down.
That's it. That should be it. I just changed my sentence because Echo is still up. Game Lord is gonna start this Elder Dragon, and if they take it, they've pretty much secured their victory in the series right now.
But Furious Gaming trying to run down Echo, rushing over to the Dragon, but he's spotted out by Vision on the way there, and it looks to be a GLD Elder Drake. They move on to the Echo once again to take down the Kazakhs. Arrow misses his mark, and Elder Drake will go over to GLD.
And that's another Elder Drake over to Game Lord, and this really hurts the mental game of Furious Gaming. And as we head into this replay, we can look at the team fight. Set instantly got destroyed. And then after that, Heste wasting the times of 3 of the people from Furious Gaming. Sure, he got killed, but it didn't matter because everyone else from Game Lord was sitting on a lot of HP. And then also Jash on that backline, he's never gonna die with that Stasis Enchant and the Seraph's Embrace. And right now, it's Game Lord that's sitting on a very comfortable lead.
Barons are up by Game Lords. They just took a massive fight now. Emboldened, empowered.
Echo's still dead.
They are prepared to go for this.
Echo's still dead.
10 seconds on the Kazakhs, but a re-engage out from Heste. They don't want the Baron just yet. They want to fight before they get there. It doesn't feel the same without it. But a massive amount of damage out from Libra. They might be able to turn this fight around. Pressure starts to dive in. Redemption is going to be able to cancel out the Moonfall. But Jash over by the back is still doing damage. You have to deal with the Ziggs.
And Sartre is finally starting to do a massive amount of damage, but it's kinda too late right now. He dealt so much damage during that team fight, but you've already lost the Elder Dragon. You've already gave Ziggs like, what, 4 items? It's not the time anymore. You should have done this earlier, Sartre.
Well, we do see some turrets start to fall for Furious Gaming. These side waves will continue to crash in. GLD need to spend some time reinvested in the side lanes to push these out.
Oh yeah, and Libra is not having a fun time in this game, granted.
Oh no.
He's the one guy that's really not having a fun time.
From the start of the game to now,
Prusher, however, just finished his Void Staff. He's sitting on a 4-item Diana, and while Galio does counter that Diana, Diana is a champion that can just absolutely blow up Jash. If Jash gets caught off guard and doesn't use his Stasis enchant, he could just get one-shot by Prusher. There is still potential.
We need to see if Furious Gaming will be able to get pressure into the backline. A critical win angle for them.
Whoa, the damage. He's already sitting on 50% health, and the fight hasn't even started.
Just zoning them off the Baron now. They can start to clear waves. Of course, that is the power of Ziggs Galio.
Oh yeah, and we can see Furious Gaming is not having a fun time right now. They're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen, and GameLord is gonna make stuff happen. They're probably gonna be the initiators. There we see it. Oh!
Furious Gaming sees pressure, uses stasis, and lose a lot of health in the process. But Ruiz looking for the re-engage, just flash in, gets the knock up! But he won't be able to finish off the kill. Senna Embrace too effective in a choke point.
Furious Gaming is still alive, man. Even though this looks like it's over, it is still alive. They still got it. You know, all of them are alive. GameLord is starting off this Baron, which is not the right call. This is not the right thing.
Pressure, but they get the hook in. They're looking for the first fight. Looking for a catch off onto Echo. But in the backline, they have to deal with the backline targets first. Try to take Libra off your carries. And Jash continues to hammer away at Libra. They try to look for a re-engage. Echo's still alive now. Jash throws the bouncing bombs. And Furious Gaming managed to prevent the Baron from going down.
And I'm not sure why GameLord started off that Baron, because they nearly lost that fight. Because, you know, this is the thing that a lot of players don't know. When you start off the Baron, every single second you keep fighting the Baron, you're going to be losing magic resist and armor. So essentially GameLord just lost magic resist and armor for free. Then they all in Furious Gaming and allowed Furious Gaming to do extra damage because their resists were reduced. So this can still be a dangerous game from GameLord, and this may as well still be a series to win for Furious Gaming.
Absolutely, Furious Gaming could pull it back, especially with the difficulty GameLord is having. I mean, that is one of the compromises to the composition. Slower to finish off the Baron. You have the Ziggs, does so much work against the champions of Furious Gaming.
Yeah,
but against the Baron.
GameLord just has to find a good engage. Like, that's all they need to do. That's literally it. You know, like, Heste go in, Ruiz follows up, Redemption follows up, ultimate from Ziggs, and that's it. That's how you win a fight. But if they allow Prusher to go in, sitting on that 4-item Diana, this game could still be lost by GameLord. And we can see, oh, he just barely dodges out everything. Furious Gaming was looking for that Shadows enchant, didn't unfortunately get it. But yeah, it's still GameLord sitting with the Elder Dragon, sitting with the advantage, and it's so hard for Furious to find an opening right now.
And Prusher is genuinely terrifying right now. He has the Rabadon's Death Cap, the Void Staff, a stacked up Rod of Ages. I mean, if I saw him in my games, I would be terrified of this man.
This is just such a slow game right now. Like, both teams are feeling it. Oh, just a casual Ziggs ultimate. Love to see those in the late game because it pokes down Furious Gaming. It doesn't allow Furious Gaming to fight. GameLord is just very slowly but steadily trying to, you know, secure this Baron. They don't want a 50-50 it because, of course, if they lose it, we saw that happen before.
Oh my.
They do it again, actually.
Vision in the pit.
Don't like this.
Here for Furious Gaming. Marie starts to run in. They will spot out Libra on the way there. Prusher again on the flank. He's trying to walk in through the river. They do not have vision of this happening. Prusher gets to run in. He gets to move into the back line. Ruiz has to go back to deal with this shred. The Baron going down. It goes over the GLD. Echo falls. Kaposiba soon to go after. And GLD somehow come ahead with the Baron.
GG. This is it. Europe takes a series in the Icon Series. GameLord just won the game. There is no way Furious can win this anymore. I can't believe my eyes. I am just so incredibly happy for this team right now. Europe has got this. Europe has got this, and we still have teams.
They are rushing in now. GLD looking for the chance. The flash on the starter does not connect. Nexus losing health to the cannon minions. They need to block this. Chain of Corruption comes in. 2,000 HP left on the Nexus. Minion wave moments away, but with 10 seconds of Kaposiba, GLD stall for now.
And Furious Gaming delaying the inevitable. They know what's up. They know what's happening. They know they're going home, unfortunately, because this is it. You lose this game, you go home. There are no more games to play in the Icon Series, and GameLord went through that pressure. They went through the next game, and man, seeing them like this, they got it in them. They may as well just take some more series as well and make it into the group stage.
I mean, Furious Gaming looked dominant. They made history taking down an up WRL team. But now GLD revived and revitalized go into this one with Heste.
Look at that.
A kill onto Libra. Prepare to end the game right here, right now. Echo needs to find his way back in. Pressure over by the side, but it's locked down so quickly. The shields will not keep him alive. Redemption survives through his transcendent embrace. No damage out from Campos, but Ruiz joins back in. The Guardian Angel out. But Nexus falls, and it's GLD with a series win over Furious Gaming.
They got it. Game Lord has won the game. Although I didn't get my prediction right, I could not be happier. I don't care about the prediction, Grandin. I just care about the memes. There is not going to be any memes anymore after seeing that because Game Lord just showed you what EU is made of.
I'll tell you what, Hells, maybe this is the secret, right? You need to vote against the European teams, and that's when they start to win.
That's when they start to win indeed, right? Like, I think I've gotten a maximum of 50% of my predictions right, so I'm not that good at...
That's decent. That's a coin flip.
Yeah.
Approaching the fight, and especially if you're a team that's having trouble coordinating those fight engages, you're going to get half HP before you can even get in range.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could tell Pressure knows the fact that we can't do this front to back.
Yeah.
We have to do a flank. We have to find a way where we can attack them from behind. But every single time, Game Lord knows that this is coming, and that's the reason why Pressure, when he enters the fight, he's all alone.
Yeah, and they did a great job of, honestly, I think, fighting the front line, so there was no follow-up from the rest of Furious Gaming. We took a look at that gold graph, and you just look at the damage. 48,000, 33,000, and as much as Pressure and Arthur were trying to get themselves in there, there was just really no way for Furious Gaming. It was all right, you can have the Varus poke a little bit, but once Pressure goes in, we all have to go in, and no one else would really have the follow.
And 2 games in a row where Jace is so much of the plan for Game Lord. I think we've seen some really good drafting from Game Lord at this event. Their coach Glaciox coming in here, contributing a ton as